Hello, everybody. This is Gerald Salenti, and it's Thursday, July 18th, 2024. And here are some of today's trends in the news. And remember, the trend is your friend, and we're the only ones giving it to you. Nobody else does it because they don't know how to do it. So, on the market front, well, the Dow today took another hit. Let's see. Down 544 points, or 1/3. S&P dropped 0.6%, NASDAQ down 0.5%. And they're saying that the tech's going down because of interest rates going down. And that means that they're not going to gamble so much with the Magnificent Seven, and they're going to gamble more with small businesses because small businesses are going to go up as interest rates go down. And you know what that is.
Warning, bullshit alert.
Yeah, I mean, where they're going to lower the interest rates between now and the end of the year, maybe by 1%. It's not going to make much difference at all. And inflation is going to stay higher. We're going to stay with dragflation, rising inflation, and keep declining economics all over the world. So that's what we're looking at there. And gold went down today. It's down at 2,444. I said 4,000 the last time. Yeah, I say a lot of stuff. You don't get, but I meant 2,000s. But so anyway, but gold is going to hit 3,000 this year. That's our forecast, because times are going to get much worse geopolitically and on the socioeconomic front. But gold now, again, one of your top trends for 2024 was a golden year for gold. We are the only ones that said that. The only ones anywhere, any place. Yeah, other people in the gold said gold's going to go up this year. No one called it a golden year for gold. Gold is up over $400 an ounce since we made that forecast. And that's why you subscribe to the Trends Journal, trendsjournal.com. We're giving you history before it happens at the grand total of $2.56 a week. Nothing for what you're getting. Again, the toilet paper records, $4 a day. The Wall Street Journal, $5 a day. That's right. If you go out and buy it every day. Yeah. So anyway, now they're coming out. Again, the Wall Street Journal. You ready? This is from Wednesday. Commercial real estate meltdown strains debt deals. Isn't that nice, proper language? Commercial real estate. It's fucking everything up. How about that? Defaults are mounting in a favorite Wall Street mortgage bond investment setting. Look at the fucking language they use. Setting off fresh alarms about the future of offices and malls in cities across the United States. This is all fucking news. Again, office building bust, and that's going to cause the banks to go bust. But they say these so-called SASB bonds were meant to be ultra safe, but their default rate nearly tripled over 2 years. The losses are jarring for investors because credit rating firms initially gave many of these bonds AAA ratings. The financial models behind the ratings never forecast property prices falling below that value of the debt. We did. Oh, it's never going to happen. This is 4 fucking years old, all right? The COVID war happened in 2020. They locked down everything. And don't forget, when you jerk off, you better sanitize your hands. Oh, remember that little fucking prick, Fauci? Oh, don't get angry, Salenti. They only fucked up the world, and you didn't swallow their shit. Never shake hands again. Never shake hands again. That little fucking prick said. That little fucking prick. And all the other pricks, and I can't say the other word, that forced these lockdown bullshit measures that have destroyed the global economy. And no one is talking about the banks going bust. Only we are. This fucking article. The language is such Watch here. Back down here. SASB bonds backed by malls and offices are in default in Chicago, Los Angeles, New York, Philadelphia, and San Francisco. This should be major fucking news. It's buried down here. And they go on. Some properties are hanging on but struggling to attract tenants, pushing prices, you ready? To their lowest rated bonds below 20 cents on the dollar. In other words, you just lost 80% of your investment. You're going broke. Again, total bullshit. Nobody's telling you how bad it is. Fortescue cuts jobs and slows aim to become green hydrogen powerhouse. Yeah, no kidding. Another job. Every week we're putting in the job cuts. It's like 100 weeks we've been doing this. You should see them all over the world, the job cuts. No one is reporting this like we are. Rental agencies are rethinking electric vehicles after disastrous resales. No shit. What's one of your top trends this year? EVs go F you. That's right. We've been warning about this for years. Batteries were invented. There you go. EVs go F you. And, of course, World War III. These are just a couple of the trends. Again, we've been saying this going back to like 2016. EVs, the batteries are invented in 1800 fucking invention. And all of the weight, the shit you got to put into them, it's stupid. Google parent in talks to buy cybersecurity startup Wiz for $23 billion. I'm mentioning this because every week in the Trends Journal, we have the bigs getting bigger. Buyouts after buyouts, mergers and acquisitions. As the rich get richer, everybody get this in your head. Get this in your head. The world is controlled by the rich. You got it? They own everything. High tech, banksters, military industrial complex, and the drug dealers. Oh, excuse me. Big pharma. Big pharma. Big fucks. Global Wealth Report 2023. An orgy of enrichment for the super rich. This was in the World Socialist website. We go everywhere. We want to hear what everybody has to say. Like the Israel war, we go to Haaretz, Times of Israel, Jerusalem Post. Go to ISNA, IRNA, Tehran Times. Want to hear what they have to say. Al Jazeera, want to hear what they have to say. Global Times, you want to hear what the Chinese have to say. Go all over the world, and we want to hear what everybody has to say. Then we give our trends analysis and trend forecast. This is what they're saying. This is the way we see it, and this is the way we see it going. This is from the World Socialist. Multimillionaires around the world have benefited from the inflation year 2023, while the German super rich alone increased their wealth by 10% to more than $2.1 trillion. The global wealth produced by the international working class is concentrated in the hands, you ready, of 73,000 super rich people. The so-called, quote, ultra high net worth individuals. Isn't that nice? It goes on. Everything is owned by the bigs. Land of opportunity gone in America. Change took over everywhere. So anyway, week after week, we have all the facts in there, the job losses. Yeah, we're plantation workers of slave land here. We're serfs to the robber barons 2.0. Yep, hedge funds, private equity groups, venture capitalists. Again, S&P 500. Three of them gangs own 88% of it. Vanguard, BlackRock, and State Street. 88%. All right, you ready? As you got these little fucking shithead scumbag motherfuckers, and to be proper, fatherfuckers that have fucked up the country. Here's a nice story for you. Third world America. You go to the subway in New York, it's a night in Calcutta. Extreme weather causes record Amtrak delays. Amtrak, how about shit track? A fucking piece of garbage crap brought to you by the government to steal our fucking money to give it to these scumbags who just gave their bosses big fucking bonuses. Calm down, Salenti. Let them steal your money. Work your fucking ass off and let them rob every fucking penny that they can steal from you. Be a good boy. And what else do we have? I was so honored to see this. You know, one of the things I said, the United States fought against the British to get our freedom from the king, right? Royalty. They actually call these motherfuckers royalty. They're a fucking crime syndicate. They're murderers. They got a track record of murder. Number one, don't give me your fucking mafia shit. You should be calling them a mafia. Oh, but hey, you could do it against Italians, but you can't do it against anybody else. A fucking crime syndicate slaughtered people all over the world for centuries. But now it's big news. This was the news on Wednesday. This is the cover. Promise of a changed Britain is delivered in traditional royal trappings. Traditional royal trappings? This guy's dressed up in his fag uniform. Look at his fucking costume. Look at this fucking costume. Look at this. This is how they teach you to obey. You're still in fucking kindergarten. This is straight out of a comic book. Look at this fucking shit. His honor. And his sir. Again, as I said, the British took over. I lost my... Yeah, as we said, the Brits now run CNN, Wall Street Journal, Bloomberg, Washington Post, Daily Caller. Yep. Fucking clown show. Anyway, on to some other news. Ukraine is basically out of the news, but heat wave in Ukraine further strains electricity grid. Isn't that nice language? Yeah. From the Toilet Paper Record. They're saying that the energy experts say the current blackouts are a harbinger of what's to come in the winter. Recent Russian attacks have destroyed about half of Ukraine's generating capacity. Again, they're going to ramp up this war against Russia. They're going to ramp it up. And as the cover of this week's Trends Journal shows, they ain't going to win. Because if Napoleon couldn't beat Russia, if Hitler couldn't beat Russia, but Biden says the penis piano player Zelensky will wipe them out. And again, playing the fucking piano with his prayer.
That's that shit.
Can you make that shit up? You can't make this shit up. Yes, you can, Salenti. It's a shit show. You got it? Oh, yeah. Talking about a shit show. How about this shithead? Netanyahu firmly urges harder line with Hamas. No peace. Pressure on me will not work, he said. Yep, pressure on me. Hey, I'm in charge. I'll kill anybody I want. Netanyahu actively sabotaging hostage deal, sources say. Why? Where did that come from? Netanyahu's total victory equals total genocide. We said this months ago. This is from the Jerusalem Post. This is a pro-Israeli newspaper. Netanyahu actively sabotaging hostage deal. They're going to keep ramping up this war. They're going to ramp it up against Hezbollah in Lebanon. They're going to ramp it up against Syria. And they're going to ramp it up against Iran. And the shit show now for the Repulsivkins with that little boy Vance, and we're going to get to that in a bit, wants to ramp up more against Iran. But going back to this, goes that Prime Minister Netanyahu is actively sabotaging the possibility of any hostage deal in order to prevent the collapse of his government by introducing two new elements into the negotiations sources told the Jerusalem Post. So there you got it. Israel strikes, hits another UN building, the 6th in the past 10 days. Isn't that nice language? Could you imagine if Russia struck another Ukrainian building, the 6th in the past 10 days? The headline from the Terror paper would have been, Russia murders more innocent people in the 6th strike in 10 days. Hey, but they're the chosen people. They could kill anybody they want. And again, not anti-Semite. I'm anti-religious bullshit. Save it. With Gantz's backing, Israel's parliament passes resolution opposing Palestinian statehood. This is from Haaretz today. 145 countries now recognize Palestine as a state, but not Israel. They're the only ones, the only people that have a state. No other religion has a right to a state, only the Jewish people, because, again, they pull out the fucking bullshit that they're the chosen people. What God would choose one people over another people? And Naomi Wolf said it perfectly. And she's Jewish. What God meant is the chosen people are the people that live to the Spirit of God, not a religious bullshit. And Brazil calls to stop flow of weapons used in, quote, illegal acts in Gaza. Brazil's ambassador to the United Nations called for an end to the flow of weapons used in illegal acts in Gaza in a speech to the UN Security Council. They called for wider Israeli-Palestinian conflict will cease with an end to occupation, they're calling for. The speech at the UN Security Council came as Israel's Knesset adopted a resolution opposing Palestinian statehood, further demonstrating Israel's shift away from the commitments under the Oslo Accords. That was a while ago. We can forget about that. Again, our money, our weapons to go slaughter all these. Could you imagine if you were a Palestinian? Your house is destroyed. Everything around you is destroyed. And you're living in a fucking tent in 115, 120 degree weather. And they're bombing the shit out of you. Oh, you'd be happy as could be. At least 81 killed in 24 hours as Israeli military strikes homes and UN centers. UNRWA Commissioner Felipe Lazzarini has said at least 8 schools were hit in Gaza in the last 10 days. The war robbed the girls and boys of Gaza of their childhood and education. Schools are not a target. All rules of war have been broken in Gaza. Losing our common humanity must not become the new norm. It has become the new norm. UN Secretary General reiterated his demand Wednesday for a ceasefire in the Gaza Strip. Because the parties must reach such a deal now. The humanitarian situation in Gaza is a moral stain on all of us. Yep. High levels of violence persist. He urged for an end to the conflict and a solution to end the Israeli occupation. War in Gaza, one of the most critical cases of genocide, UN rapporteur tells France 24. The risk of a genocidal violence expanding to the West Bank and East Jerusalem is there and is in plain view, Albanese said. And she goes on to say, this is one of the most critical cases of genocide, a tragedy foretold because of the intent to eliminate the Palestinians with all means available, be it to transferring them or neutralizing them or segregating them. The situation today in Gaza cannot be analyzed or qualified otherwise than as genocide. I have not seen a genocide where the intent was so ostentatious and vindictive and vindicated over and over. Israel has declared safe zones through and through, and Palestinians are bombed and killed and maimed in areas that are declared as protected areas, as areas of no hostility. This is a very brave woman to say this, and she's 100% right. And then Biden, bullshit Biden, out of his mind Biden. Again, one of our Trends Journal covers about Rafah, that Biden had said to Israel, don't go into Rafah. And always said that's a lot of bullshit. It's a red carpet because all Biden is full of fucking shit. Like that little bullshit Blinken boy of his talking about, oh, we have to be careful in slaughtering the weapon. We're not going to give you 5,000, 2,000 pound bombs to slaughter them. We're only going to give you 500 and 700 pound bombs. Yeah, bullshit Biden's Rafah red line is a red carpet for Netanyahu. And that's exactly what happened. They destroyed Rafah. And so Biden did this interview with this guy. He said, I'm the guy, Biden said, that did more for Palestine community than anybody. In an interview that was aired online on Monday. I'm the guy that opened up all the assets. Yeah, assets. I'm the guy that made sure that I got the Egyptians to open the border. The border's not open. I'm the guy who's able to pull together the Arab states to agree to help Palestine with food and shelter. They're starving to death. All the numbers are coming out. Oh, and the stupid fucking, do you remember the bullshit that the mainstream media sold? And we said it was bullshit from the beginning. The pier that they were going to build that cost, we, the plantation workers of slave land, what, about $350 million? Yeah. Totally useless. And now they dismantle the whole fucking thing. This is the bullshit. These are the fuck faces running the show. 70% of Americans say Biden should drop out. Yep. He's dropping dead. He's dropping dead. He's gone. It's again, I still say it's going to be that guy that got sown, Gavin Newsom. Trump VP pick J.D. Vance aims to balance Israel's support with America's. Yep. America first. Yep. Israel. He goes on to say that if we're going to support Israel, I think we have to articulate the reason why it's in our best interest. A big part of the reason why Americans care about Israel is because we are the largest Christian majority country in the world. What the fuck are you talking about? What the fuck are you talking about? I'm an American! You got it? Has nothing to do with religion. He's a little fucking phony. This little suck boy, all the fucking sucked his way into it. And Vance ain't his real last name. Yep. The people who say they love democracy are actually pressuring Israel to give up their democracy. They're not democracy. They're not a democracy. According to Human Rights Watch and others, they're an apartheid state. The Arabs are third-class citizens. It keeps going on. Be more in your Trends Journal. Trump's VP pick Vance says Iran needs to be punched hard. Isn't that nice? A lot of people recognize that we need to do something with Iran, but not these weak little bombing runs. If we're going to punch the Iranians, you punch them hard. Where the fuck are the people coming out against this? Where the fuck are the people coming out? Hey, fuckface, go over there and punch them hard. Oh, I was a Marine. Well, if you want to be a Marine, fucking good for you. You want to go kill people, go over there. They are destroying our country in front of our eyes. And it goes on. It goes on. Vance claimed Biden is not helping Israel. Yep. From anti-Semitism to self-interest, why once skeptical GOP Jewish megadonors are falling in line to fund Trump. Ha ha, that's the Israeli newspaper. You ready? Tech titans line up to fund former president for re-election. Yep. One after another. How about this? Republicans add $400 million in funds to tighten money race. By the end of March, Biden supporters groups are in 430. I'm saying all this. Ready? Here's another one. Just came out, Bloomberg. Trump asks for $844,600 for fundraiser seat at Bitcoin conference. Donald Trump is inviting supporters in the cryptocurrency industry to a private fundraising event national on July 27th and asking price of $844,600 for a seat at the round table. And you could get a photo with the president for $60,000 per person. Could you believe this fucking shit? Could you believe this fucking shit? I want a fucking photograph with this fucking slob with his phony fucking blonde hair. The rich own the country. That's what I was saying before. The numbers are right there. That's only part of it. How Silicon Valley aided Vance's leap into power. He sucked his fucking way into the top, and they own everything. He also said we got to ramp up war with China because they stole our jobs. No, they didn't steal our jobs. Fuckface Democrats and Republicans stole our jobs when they brought China into the World Trade Organization. And fuckface Clinton, remember NAFTA? Oh, you forgot that one? Oh, he's a Democrat. Here, this is one of my T-shirts when Clinton was running. Beware, Slick Willie. See him flipping the coin? Not the Chinese. The American government did it. The little slimy bastards and bitches that get paid off by the big, that did away with all the tariffs to send the jobs overseas for cheap labor so they can make more money. And then don't forget to get your T-shirt. Hey, politicians, who the fuck are you to tell me what to do? Hey, politicians, go to Trends Journal, get the shop one. So you got it. You got a lot more in your Trends Journal. You're not going to want to miss this week's. It's filled with information. Again, we're the only ones that call the golden year for gold. And these markets are shaking, man. Again, we call the dot-com bust. It's right here in your Trends Journal, 1999. Said a bust by the second quarter of 2000. .com this. The worst is yet to come. Be prepared, and we're helping you prepare. Thank you.